Records fall in the Premier League, United plan for the future, Barca right Spurs youngster, a transfer roundup, and today's Thursday favourites all coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host Matt Froelich. You are the Onefootballers and this is the Daily News. So first up, and to a couple of records that fell last night in the Premier League, or certainly records that will not be broken. One of them is Liverpool attempting to break Manchester City's Premier League points haul record of 100. They're currently on 93, and that's the way it stayed after last night's defeat to Arsenal. Honestly, nobody saw this one coming, and Liverpool really are on holiday already. I mean, there's not really much left to play for. They're out of the domestic competitions, they're out of the Champions League, and they've well and truly dominated the Premier League and won the title. In fact, last night to see errors from Alisson and from Virgil van Dijk just shows you that Liverpool really don't care anymore. Anyway, what it does mean is that Mikel Arteta has a fantastic victory over the reigning champions, and it means he can also turn around to the board like he did and say that they need a better quality of player and pretty much demand that Arsenal do something in the transfer market. So, as well as Liverpool not reaching the points, it also meant that Alisson, with 4 mistakes leading directly to a goal, now has more mistakes than Karius does in the Premier League at Liverpool. I know what you're thinking, that's absolutely shocking. I'm not saying Alisson should get loads of abuse, but you know, the facts are there to be read and taken however you like. Elsewhere, last night Manchester City, well more specifically David Silva, knocked down another record as he became the 6th highest assister of all time in the Premier League with 93. He overtook Steven Gerrard on 92, and in fact he also banged in a goal as well as Man City saw off Bournemouth 2-1, and it's such a shame that the legend will be leaving the Premier League after 10 seasons. And another record, just to round it all off, is that Harry Kane managed his 200th club goal in just 350 appearances. An insane stat, further by the fact he then went on to score his 201st as Tottenham won 3-1 at St James's Park. But moving on from last night's action, of course, to some transfer news where I know it's the same names that are thrown around, but apparently Manchester United are edging closer to the signing of Jadon Sancho. According to Bild in Germany, 120 million euros is the bid that Dortmund are prepared for should Manchester United make it into the Champions League. This is because Jadon Sancho, unlike Kai Havertz, wants to move to a club who are going to be in the Champions League, and if United don't make it, they might not have the money, although it is United, so they probably do, and Sancho wants to be playing on the biggest stage. I mean, he's doing good things in the Champions League, doing great things for Dortmund in the Bundesliga and at the top of the table. Why would you want to make a step down? Anyway, if United don't make it, they may still have Paul Pogba to rely on, as apparently the French midfielder is planning on doing a U-turn, not leaving the club, and signing a new 5-year deal. Now, this may seem a little odd, but in reality, it pretty much just covers Manchester United's back. Instead of having to worry about losing Paul Pogba on a free or losing him for little money, they have him on a 5-year deal. If he really wants to go, he can go, and United can just charge an astronomical fee for him. And if he doesn't want to go and he's committed to Manchester United and he puts in the effort, then they've got a world-class midfielder on their hands. It's pretty much a win-win. Oh, and on top of this, Pogba will probably get a pay rise as well, so happy days for his personal bank account too. But next up, and to Barcelona, who rather oddly seem to have taken a liking to Ryan Sessegnon at Spurs. Apparently for the last few years, the Spanish Giants have been tracking their defender ever since his time at Fulham, and now it looks like despite the fact he made a £25 million move to Spurs last summer, they're still interested in taking him. I mean, he can't even get in the team under Jose Mourinho at the moment, and either that's because of him or it's because of Mourinho. Barcelona are probably going to say it's because of Mourinho, and that Sessegnon is actually still a pretty good player. Obviously, there is a lot of potential in the youngster, and at only 20 years old, Barca think they can take him and mould him into a brand new attacking player, especially from left back. The thing is, in the last few months, they have apparently offered the likes of Ivan Rakitic and Samuel Umtiti in trying to get a swap deal with Tottenham. There's one issue here. For me, there's no way those players are going to join Spurs. Like, there is no way they're going from Barcelona challenging for Champions League, Cups, trophies, La Liga, whatever, to a Tottenham team that probably aren't even going to get in the Europa League this season. Like, it seems like a very difficult deal, and I know Barcelona are doing it because they're trying to cut their financial outgoings, let's say, by just a little bit, but still, I don't think any sort of swap deal like that is going to happen, purely because the players don't want to join. There was also rumours they were interested in Tanguy Ndombele as well, but the signing of Pjanic has kind of put that to bed. Anyway, as for whether or not Ryan Sessegnon will leave, I highly doubt it. I'm not sure he's going to be going to Barcelona. If he does go, he'll probably go on a loan move somewhere else. So next up, in a quick roundup of the rest of the day's transfer news that you might have missed, and Borussia Dortmund and Andre Schürrle have agreed to mutually terminate his contract, meaning the former German World Cup winner is now a free agent. The same thing goes for Hulk in China, who has had his contract cancelled with Shanghai SIPG and apparently has had a load of offers to return to European football. Bayern Munich, Everton, Arsenal and Liverpool, and I've made up all of those names. Bayern, Everton, Newcastle and Atletico Madrid are all interested in taking Crystal Palace winger Wilfried Zaha. And lastly but not least, because, well, transfer rumours always involve Manchester City, you can now add Ferran Torres and Lautaro Martinez to the list of players that apparently Pep Guardiola's side want to bring in the summer. So finally we come to this week's Thursday favourites, where you guys asked me in the comment section under Thursday's Daily News about my 5 favourite something or others in football. This one comes to youngster friend and said, Matt, who are the 5 Bundesliga players that you would love to see in the Premier League? Now, right now, I've kind of got a list of players that I want to see, but for one reason or another, basically, Alphonso Davies and Lewandowski aren't leaving Bayern. On top of this, Timo Werner's already coming to the Premier League, and a few other obvious players like Jadon Sancho, I kind of wanted to go for some that aren't necessarily in the spotlight all the time. So, if you're asking me where Jadon Sancho is, that's why he's not there. These are my 5 favourite players who I'd like to see transfer from the Bundesliga to the Premier League, and the first one is Weston McKennie. Now, the American plays at Schalke and is an incredibly good defensive midfielder, brilliant at pressing, and I can really see him joining a top team and being part of a Liverpool side or someone like that who really presses on the offensive and does a lot of high energy football. Second to him, and it's actually another central midfielder, and it's Dennis Zakaria at Gladbach. He was actually linked with a move to Spurs and to Arsenal, and the midfielder can really do it all. He's been a brilliant part of this side, which snuck into the Champions League places on the final day of the season, finishing in 4th in the Bundesliga. The third one is actually a teammate of Zakaria, and it's Marcus Thuram, the son of legendary French defender Lilian Thuram, and my word, what a player he is. Not only is he incredibly athletic, he can play out wide and through the middle, is brilliant on the ball, and at 1m90 is just a threat in the air as well. Honestly, I could really see him leading the line for most Premier League sides. I know I'm saying this 1 year after the likes of Joel Linton and Sebastian Haller moved to the Premier League on good money, looking like they were going to do something and were pretty poor, but I feel like Marcus Thuram could buck that trend. The fourth player is Christian Nkunku, and I'm not actually sure he's going to be leaving, but I'd really like to see his style of play in the Premier League. The former PSG man moved to Leipzig last summer and has been nearly a top of the assist charts all season. He's also been an incredible part of Leipzig's charge to the Champions League quarter-finals, where they'll be facing Atletico Madrid. Like I said, he's probably verging on this group of players that won't leave unless it's for big, ridiculous money, but still, when you watch him play, he's exciting, he's quick, he's got a mean delivery on him as well, and yeah, I just think he'd really suit the Premier League style of football. And last but not least, the 5th player is not a player at all, it's a manager, and it's Julian Nagelsmann. Now, I know these days everyone's looking for the next Guardiola, the next Klopp, the next exciting young manager to come through, and I truly believe it's Nagelsmann. He took Hoffenheim into the Champions League, a tiny club, and, well, he did phenomenal work there. So much so that apparently Real Madrid offered him the job a few years ago when Zidane left the club. Anyway, he decided to go to RB Leipzig, where he's basically taken his exciting attacking brand of football, applied it to, let's be honest, better players with a bigger budget, and it's producing wonderful results. If you've seen Leipzig play this season, they're insane on the attack. If he came to the Premier League, I'm sure it'd probably be only to a top side with a big budget and fantastic players, but if he did, I've no doubt we could see an unbelievable brand of football in the English game. So there you have it, my 5 favourite players, well, 4 and a manager, who I want to see transfer from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below your answer to that and the rest of the day's daily news. Whilst you're at it, you can smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.